Hello, today I would like to show you my new radio from Motorola, and for the first time we are going to do a real unboxing. I hold myself not to open this package while going back from the post office, and what we've got over here is a Motorola XT665d, which is a digital PMR radio with an analog one. That 5 at the end means that it also got the LPD channels, the low power device. And this is a license-free device. You can use this and own without having any fees and without doing any paperwork. You just buy and you can play. And this is a really interesting option because we are moving very close to professional equipment that are using public services. After switching to the digital, we can, for example, send the text messages, we can send the digital voice, we can remotely enable the transmitting from the other radio, so we can, for example, hear if everything is okay when someone is not responding to our calls. We are going really to the very professional section, and just to clarify, this is a digital PMR, and this radio is a FDMA. When we've got a standard many years ago, the standard was 25 kilohertz channel width, and public services and everyone starts having a problem that there is not enough bandwidth to allocate every person. So that 25 kilohertz was squeezed to the narrow band, which is 12.5 kilohertz, and this is a modern channel width that we are taking our spectrum to have a call or a data connection. And we've got this device, which is a digital PMR, and this uses a 6.25 kilohertz, and this one is a CDMA, which uses a 12.5 kilohertz. And the difference is that one is using the full 12.5 kilohertz, but allow you to use 2 time slot. So in very simple way, that you can imagine that like for a 1 second one radio is transmitting, and for another second the other radio is transmitting. But because we've got digital data, we can merge that into a situation that you can feel like you are talking on the same time. Then the samples were joined together, all the packet, and 2 communication can happen in one frequency channel, that 12.5 kilohertz, but there are overlapping. One radio, second radio, one radio, second radio. That one use 6.25 kilohertz, and on the same channel we have 12.5 kilohertz. We can put aside 2 communication. So this device is much simpler, but at the end of the day we've got exactly the same bandwidth. So we can place 2 calls in the same frequency channel aside, and that one is overlapping 1 second, 1 second. And that means this radio are completely not compatible. DMR will be never compatible with any PMR radio. the DMR compatibility is a different issue, because the standard is the same, but radio could use different vocoders. But this device will never communicate with each other. So when we know that, we can take a look and let's pile this. And yes, you know, that was a brand new radio. As you can see, it's very small. Of course, this is fully compliant with the PMR and the dPMR license requirement, so it's fixed antenna. You cannot change that, you cannot change the gain. As you can see, we've got keypad. That's because, as I told you, we are going closer to the professional system, and we've got a selective calling. We can type the ID of the radio and place a call that will be only received on the other radio, or we can have a group of contacts that are going to be receiving. So yes, we are getting really professional, and we can send the short text messages. Let's take a look. It's very small. Let me give you a compare, or maybe let's put a battery. Let's see what we've got inside. We've got our manual. Maybe that will be interesting, but yeah, not now. We've got a charger, which is very good because it's using a micro USB. So definitely we can use it to charge from the computer or power bank, which is the most important for me. And this is our charger. Very nice. We've got our holster. I very enjoy that. I've got other radio that use the same type of holster. I'm very happy with that. I'm going to show you in a second. We've got adapter for the Europe or the UK, and our battery. Let's take a look what kind of capacity do we get. No, that's a pretty common capacity. Looks like one cell of the 1850. That one that's used commonly on the computers or the e-cigarette. Let's put our battery, and yes, we've got a metal chassis, just like on the Motorola radio. Very nice. We've got a seal, so that definitely tells us that this will be a weather. I'm back because I had to recharge this radio, so we will be able to power it on. And that's how it looks like in hand. I believe it gives you a very nice feedback. And this is a professional, this is a semi-professional, and as you can see, they together look pretty decent. And yes, they've got a recorder. You can record the digital communication, the digital traffic that's coming into the radio. I believe that might be interesting for us for doing a radio check. Maybe we can set one of this radio near to the window, press recording, and we can go and take a radio check and then play back. We are going to try this because that sounds like a really good feature. And the best thing is this holster that I told you about on the other video that I really enjoy. And the best thing is that you can clip this, And the best thing is you can charge your radio without a belt clip, with or without. And the best feature is that, like, this is your body and you go into the car, you can move your radio like this, and now it's not obstructing you. Or if you carry like this and this is your shoulder, you are poking yourself with the arm, the arm you're poking, you can make it like that. And some of you might say that this is bad because you should exactly the same polarization, the vertical or horizontal, but on the UHF that's not really the case inside a city, when in most cases you are going to receive a signal that bounces from any object, buildings, walls. So the polarization is really not the case. You won't see the difference between this or that. If you go in the two mountains and two persons are standing like that, you've got your wavelength, then yes, definitely the polarization takes a matter and it's important. But inside the city on short range bouncing things, it will be bounced, don't worry about it. And yes, that's how it looks like. Let's try to power it on. And we've got a side connector, which is good because it's using a standard Motorola 2-pin. I very enjoy that. I can reuse my shoulder mic on many radios on Motorola. I hate that flap. This is a most stupid thing that Motorola from a weird reason is doing, because if you have your speaker mic connected, attached, this is going to rub against your clothes and it's going to tear. That's going to happen. That's happened on all radio. Maybe inside the manual there is a saying that you have to pull that if you are not using, but I don't know. I don't like this idea. Much better is a side connector with a screw. If you do not carry, then you should remove this. Why having this like that, rubbing and damaging inside on that element? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe not many users are using this actually, and that's why they do not care. So, are we going to power it on, or are we going to left this video like this? Maybe power it on.
Channel 1.
As you can hear, we've got a voice announcement, which is maybe good, maybe bad, that depending. Let's check if this is going to say what kind of channel. How to change the channels. We do not have a knob for. We got our setting, channel edit, scan, zone, radio info. Let's take a radio ID. That's what I told you about the digital PMR. We've got our name, firmware version, radio ID, and yes, I'm wondering, can we change that or by the CPS? Maybe you have to use the CPS, or wondering if this will be go back. And we are in the analog. PTT is working. We are transmitting. How to change the channel. That would be bad if we don't know how to change the channel. They were always a function key, so I won't believe.
Channel 1. Channel 1.
We've got a scan, but how to change the channel? There is an arrow key. And this is a volume knob. Let's check our zone. Okay, it's empty, so we have to program that. How to access the digital channels? Scan, channel edit, channel 1, channel 2. Yes, we've got our channel. We can set the frequency. Okay. We've got our tones. Okay. We've got the digital and the analog, and that's all. What happened if we go into, we've got a digital. Let's take a look. Can we go to the analog by changing the frequency? And yes, so that's how you program. This is a digital. Okay, so let's take a look, go back. We now should be on the digital. Yes, we are on the digital channel. We should have ability to send the messages right now. Yes, message. As you can see, you can type a new text message. And we've got our group, all. Let's try to call someone, and it's sending our message, and it's done. Let's take a look. We can receive, it's empty. Quick text. Let's take a look, what else do we have? Our contacts, this is what I told you. We can add new, and you can put what kind of radio ID. So this will be our second radio. Okay. So the radio with ID of 2, we are at that, and this is a single. Let's try a send message. New text. Something. Let's see, can we send this to our test? Yes. Sadly, it do not have confirmation, or maybe it have. I do not have an other radio. Got call log, recording, record files, time left. As you can see, there is a lot of option to check. Let's check one thing. Can we check the other radio status? I'm going to go to contacts, view, quick contact, call alert, remote monitoring. That's what I told you. You can enable transmitting from the external radio. Yes, looks like we've got a radio check. Radio check. As you can see, it's sending a message, and we do not get a response. So if there will be other radio, we should get information that it's on the frequency and it's in range. So that's a good one. But how to change channel? Is that for setting channel? I feel stupid. I really feel stupid. Is this how you put a channel? I don't believe.
Channel 20.
Or maybe 001.
Channel 1.
Okay, so we've got
Channel
this.
2.
Okay, so that's how you put your channel.
Channel 5. Channel 1.
How stupid I can be, you won't believe. So yes, that's how you put your channel number. Very good, very nice.
Channel 2.
And because we should have a LPD channel, that's why there are a free position. So there should be many channels. Let's actually take a look. Channel edit. We are on channel 2. 32 channels. Let's take a look what kind of frequency. If we have the LPD should be inside the amateur radio, so around 430 megahertz. Am I correct? Let's try. This is definitely not 434. That sounds like a LPD frequency because we are in the amateur radio, and yes, this is okay, you can transmit without a license, but I believe that is like a 10 milliwatt. This is the frequency that is allowed by all the keychain, remote door opener, and all of this. So yes, that is fully legal and comply. So yes, that's our first look. I'm impressed. I'm going to make an update after getting a second one of this, making a couple of tests, maybe make a range check, and I will make an update video. So thank you very much for watching. See you next time, and bye bye.